Hi, my name's Anna Gunn and welcome to McGunn Media. In this video, I'm going to show you my top 10 inexpensive tools to use for still life, and if you stay until the end, there's a bonus tool for you. As photographers, we're there to solve problems, and these tools are there for you to solve the problems that you will have on set. So my number one tool is blue tack or white tack or Yoo-hoo stick. There's many brands out there. The great thing about this is that it's sticky and it's moldable. So you can stick this to anything on your set and mold it in various ways to make sure that things stand up, that things are propped up, and that you can't see it because this is behind the set. So blue tack, Yoo-hoo. The most expensive version of this that you can get out there is museum wax, and that is a clear substance. It works exactly the same as blue tack. It works exactly the same as the white tack. So if you wanted to get a more expensive brand, that's where you can get them. My next favorite to use is tweezers. Now, you will have perhaps tweezers in your beauty kits at home, but these tweezers actually came with some electronic equipment, and they are really long, and I have a curved one here and I also have a long version here. And what these enable me to do is to go into the set, pick something up and move it, or just gently nudge it around where my fingers might be a little bit too big to get into the set. So these are really handy tools to have, and I use them often when dealing with really small, delicate things. Next up is paintbrushes. Now, paintbrushes are useful for a number of different reasons. They can brush your set off little specks of dust. You can also dip them in water and then dab on water into various places, specific places on the set that you might need them. If you need to glisten perhaps some food or even petals or flowers, they're great for that. And also I find that sometimes a little brush rather than the tweezers to nudge things into place is a little bit more gentle and a little bit more delicate with items that just need a little bit of an extra tweak and styling. So paintbrushes. Now, we talked about paintbrushes for cleaning or dusting a set. Now, the other thing to use, of course, is a blower. Now, if you own a DSLR camera, you may have a cleaning kit, and this will be part of your cleaning kit to clean your lens. At the same time as being able to blow dust off your lens or sensor, this also can use to blow dust or generally little specks that you don't want in your set off. Particularly handy if you have pets in the house. The next items are there to be able to secure things in place. And for that, I have a number of different sizes of clips. And these are useful for either clipping material onto backgrounds, if I'm stretching a material over a background, or even a table and then clipping it into place. I will use these. I can also use them to prop things up. Now, these clips are, again, really very inexpensive. If you don't have these, you could use things such as clothes pegs as well. So pegs. We talked about sticking or gluing things together. So naturally, you will find glue, i.e. sticky tape, really very useful. You can either use masking tape. The great thing about this masking tape or painter's tape is that very often you can double-side it, so you can roll it like this and stick one end to one side and the other side to the other. And because it's designed to peel off without damaging the surface underneath, that's why this is great on sets. If you're not worried about damaging your prop or your set, double-sided sticky tape, really strong double-sided sticky tape is another one to have in your set. I also have in the set something black, because if I'm working on a dark set, sometimes a white tape gets a reflection or shows up in the camera in a way that I don't want it to. So dark tape is also great to have in your kit. I also have hot glue. Hot glue is again far more sturdier than the tape. The added benefit is that you can shape it into various things. So hot glue is also one of those, I'm gonna say it's something far stronger than the other tape, and I use it probably on glass things. If I'm balancing cups or saucers, hot glue, I can just go in there, glue it together, get the shape that I want to balance things precariously perhaps with the hot glue, and then I know that I can take the hot glue off the glass later. Obviously, hot glue has to be used very sparingly on some surfaces because it will damage it or stick to it permanently, and you won't be able to remove it on all surfaces. So a word of warning there, use only when you're absolutely sure it's going to come off the surface. The other things I have in my kit are things like cocktail sticks and also kebab sticks. The great things about these is that I can tape it to something and then have perhaps a leaf or something dangling off it, and then use Photoshop later just to erase the stick itself, so that if you are doing shots that require perhaps that invisible paw or having things just delicately hang out there, this is a great way to achieve that, is to have various sticks just being taped to things and held into place. And then because it's only one line running again across your camera, it's very easy then to use the heel tool and just zip, and it's gone from your image. So cocktail sticks, kebab sticks, cocktail sticks for smaller things are great because obviously they can prop up behind things, and the kebab sticks are a little bit bigger for bigger items. The next item in my toolkit is white card or paper, and it must be white. The reason for this is that they are able to act as reflectors. They're able to bounce light into the set in places that I want. And also, if you have a piece of white paper and you take a glass, it's easy then just to put the white paper just behind your glass or your liquids and have it popping out of your set without actually seeing the paper behind. And then the white cards can be used to the sides to reflect and get a little bit of a brighter image for you. So these are massively, massively useful in your toolkit. If you're a still life photographer that is using water in your images, this next tool is for you. It's a spray bottle, and the spray bottle itself came from a pound store. But inside I have a mix of glycerine to water, and I think the mix in here is 1 part glycerine to 3 parts water. What this allows me to do is to spray the outside of bottles or glasses to give the idea of condensation, and because it's mixed with glycerine, it actually sticks, so it doesn't evaporate off, and it leaves some really lovely condensation globules on the side of your glass. If you are using it for natural things such as plants, just bear in mind that by using it, you are reducing the life of your plant or your flower on the set. So in that case, it is probably better for you to use just water. So if you've made it this far through the video, I'm going to show you my 11th tool as a bonus. in order to put water onto your petals or in specific places, I do have these syringes. I think they came from Tiger for Halloween. I'm pretty sure you can get these in any craft places. They're literally play syringes. If you don't have these, the other thing that you can use is beauty products often come with a little tapette where it sucks up the water when you press the top, and then you can dab the water onto your set or the spots of water exactly where you need them to be placed, which is what this syringe will do. But if this isn't working for you, what will is your paintbrushes. A small paintbrush dipped in water and then lightly dabbed onto your set will also do the job for you. It is probably my most expensive tool I have in my toolbox, and it is the Multitool. This is the Leatherman Skeletal, meaning that it has very little in it in compared to the big Leatherman, but it has a knife, which I use quite a lot on set. Normal Leathermans or multi-tools have knives and scissors in, so they're not strictly necessary for your toolbox if you actually have a knife or scissors separately. But I like this because it's compact and it means that it's in my toolbox, not taking up very much room. So those are my top tools. As I said, a lot of them out there you can get relatively inexpensively. There are more expensive tools on the market, but if you're just starting, and in fact if you're pro, these tools will see you all the way through from beginner to advanced. So I hope that you found this video to be useful. If you did, you know what to do: like, subscribe. But if you also found this video to be useful and you think that there's a friend out there who could use it, please share it and pass it along.